What's so good about Friday? Jesus died, it was a day of darkness, agony, and suffering. On this day, many of us will participate in worship which is somber and sorrowful. It doesn't seem so good. The world is filled with grief, and there is not a single person reading this or hearing this who has not been touched by death in some way. There is pain, and it endures a lifetime. While we may experience some healing from the pain of the loss, we will never be the same in this lifetime. There is part of us missing, and it doesn't seem so good. Not only do we experience the pain of sorrow when it comes to death, we are also confronted with our own mortality. Our time on this earth is too short. With the exception of Enoch and Elijah, the mortality rate is 100%. Sin has rendered all of us with a terminal diagnosis. It's not if we will die, but when we die, it doesn't seem so good. It certainly doesn't seem so good, but the reason we call Good Friday good is that it's not the end of the story. Sorrow does not get the last laugh. It may be Friday, but Sunday is coming. There's more of the story yet to be told. The final act has to play out. Apostle Paul writes in Thessalonians chapter 4 verses 13, "But we do not want you to be uninformed, brothers, about those who are asleep, that you may not grieve as others who do not have hope." He does not say we do not grieve. As we grieve. We grieve because of the reality of death we are confronted with. There are tears to be shed as long as we walk on this earth. But we do not grieve as those who are without hope. You might have been told to never put a period where a comma belongs. For those of us who are believers, death is not the period. It's just the comma. Death is not a goodbye, it's see you later. On Sunday, we celebrate resurrection, and without Sunday, there is no good in the Friday. The resurrection gives us the conviction to say, "O death, where's your victory? O death, where's your sting?" In Colossians chapter 15, verses 55. Jesus makes a possible a new order. Death is a doorway to a new and a blessed life. He'll wipe away every tear from their eyes, and the death shall be no more. Neither shall be there mourning, nor crying, nor pain any more, for the former things that have passed away. In Revelations chapter 21, verses 4. And on this Good Friday, we remember the saving work of Jesus upon the cross, and it's finished. The cross is behind us, and it's good because Jesus has risen. As he said, it's okay to shed a tear today, but make sure to mix joy with the sorrow. So, how are we going to give up on the sorrow? Remember the cross and the resurrection. Simply reflect upon the implications of the above readings and participate in Good Friday worship.